Hello everyone, welcome to CNM Chat. And my name is Melissa, my sign name is like this, and I am hearing. And for anyone who's new, we are a deaf and hearing couple, and our channel is based on our relationship and just showing the world our experiences. We can link our first video introducing ourselves down below. And the purpose for this video is a Q&A. And I have the questions on Facebook, and we're going to be reading, and we're going to be sharing both our perspectives and our answers. So the first question's from Facebook, and it's from Alicia. Spelled wrong. Alicia. She asked, "How did we meet?" Do you want to answer first? You sat in the first row in front of the class, and I sat behind you. I sat in the second one, right in the corner, because I didn't want anyone to see me. I'm really anti-social, and I never saw him. Yeah, the teacher said you can work alone or you can ask someone to work with you. And honestly, I had decided to work alone, but he then came and asked. Well, he made his interpreters ask me if he wanted to work, and honestly, I was just being friendly. I said yes, but I didn't really want to. Not because it was him, just because I didn't want to work with anyone. Because, like I said, I'm really anti-social. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe he made that person steal my seat so I could sit with that was your plan, right? Yeah, so it took a while because that time I had a bad phone company that forgets Sprint. But I didn't have signal and it took forever. And then he came. You came or did I went back to class? I went back to class and I was sorry. I'm sorry. my phone doesn't want to send because I don't have any signal. And this guy is like, hey, why don't you text me the pictures instead? That was his way of asking for my number. And I sent the pictures, and all honesty, I just thought, okay, I'm just sending the pictures. That's the last time I'm speaking with this guy. And he continued trying to have a conversation with me, and I was like, okay. And since then, we just started speaking. Okay. Okay, and next question. Well, the next two questions are really, really similar. They're both, one's from Stephanie, and then the next person is from Tim. They're both really similar, but I will read both. First is, what's the greatest challenge you both face in a relationship? And then the second one is, what's the biggest challenge you both have overcome? So they're really, really similar. Do you want to answer? Okay. My opinion, his answer is going to be different from mine, but my opinion, I think the greatest challenge we both have faced, is that it's just always me and him. I'm not saying it's bad, but I mean, like, I don't feel like we really connected with anyone just because no one really knows ASL. Like, it's always just me and him speaking. For example, at church, the youth group is barely learning ASL, like the ABCs or a few signs. They're getting better, but that's just barely recently. Or like in my family, my brother just knows like a few signs. My mom doesn't know nothing. His family, it's kind of it's more his immediate family who he lives with and sees every day. They know some signs, but like his other family, like from mom and dad's side, they don't know nothing. And he says he doesn't really like connect or speak with them when he sees them, just because they don't know how to communicate. They try like using gestures and expressions, but not really try to learn. And that's just not his family, but I feel like that's what everyone we meet in our daily life. I think that's one of the greatest challenges. It's more from you, but now that we're dating, I would have seen that more. What's yours? Yeah, just to clarify, the deaf culture and deaf community is really different from hearing. It's just because ASL is not English, so it's just a little different than what you're really used to. And now that I'm an adult, it's just a little harder to understand everything. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. It's just a little harder to try to learn everything. yeah, like how I said, it's because now I'm an adult and like I've never knew nothing about the deaf community and deaf culture, and that's why I'm a little older and it's just everything is still new to me. That's why it's not that I'm not accepting or anything, and I'm not trying to offend anyone. That's the last thing I want to try to do. It's just a little still hard to understand. Okay. And the next question is from Chantel on Facebook. It's, what are 5 things you would tell yourself you would tell your 15-year-old self if you could? Yeah, freshman. Yeah. So you're still a kid. It's 5 things. If you can't say 5, it's fine. Just a few. Disclaimer. Sorry for the fire ring alarms. Your cousin told your mom that there's a ringing, and you can hear it in the video. It's not really bad. Carlos's family is used to it. My house is the same. I'm used to it. So now it's like a background noise. So sorry if it annoys or distracts some of you. It's just I'm used to it now, but it's not anything bad. The next question is from Candice on Facebook. She's asking, if you communicate with ASL, when did I learn? So I decided to learn a few months after I met Carlos. Like how I said in the first video, not because he was trying to make me or try to influence me on learning ASL. He never pressured me. He never said nothing. I wanted to learn. I decided to learn the ABCs first, and from there spell everything out, and I started learning. Honestly, I didn't go to school. I didn't do nothing. It was just through some YouTube videos, and then from Signing Savvy because he told me about that website. But honestly, it was just from seeing him every day. That's what makes it easier. I heard people saying it makes it easier to learn something when you use it every day compared to you learning it and never using it, because that's what makes it harder. And also, you need to be encouraged to learn. and I was really encouraged because I wanted to make Carlos feel more comfortable and make our conversations or our friendship easier. ASL is really expression based, so that's what really helps, and it's really important. I feel like with your expression it's easier to memorize the signs. That's my perspective. I don't know how it was for you when you were learning. Did expressions help you memorize or learn, or that's my opinion. I just feel like the expressions really helped. Yeah, that one's not English. That one, yeah, that's English. And then what me and Carlos normally do is that's the mix. But that's just me and him. I notice whenever Carlos is with his friends, his deaf friends, he does ASL. But I feel that's just what we're used to, and that's what helped me learn. Okay, next. Oh, that's all. Don't forget to put a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you want us to do another Q&A later on, again, an updated one. But hopefully our next video is gonna be a vlog. We're gonna try that for the first time. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe.